What is Finding Your Voice? Well, this is a workshop that myself and James Brooks of Project Compassion developed together about 2.5 years ago. So we're in our second grant cycle of Finding Your Voice, and we're really excited because this year we get to take Finding Your Voice throughout North Carolina, and we educate patients, families, community members, and healthcare students about organ tissue donation, advanced care planning, and the umbrella for the whole series is patient advocacy. All right, everybody, welcome to Finding Your Voice. I am so excited to have you all here today. We are going to discover, understand, and take control of our healthcare experience today. I am Tiffany Christensen. I come to this work pretty naturally. I was born with a chronic illness called cystic fibrosis, and I've actually had 2 double lung transplants. So you can imagine that I have spent my fair share of time working with this medical maze of ours, navigating this healthcare system. All right, so what is patient advocacy? There's actually a lot of definitions for this phrase. We hear it a lot. It can refer to lawyers. It can refer to people who work within the hospital system. In my definition of patient advocacy, I believe that it's really just common sense in motion. I think that every single one of you, no matter what your experience with the healthcare system has been, you have a patient advocacy gut. All right, so why don't we go ahead and get started and get in touch with our patient advocacy instincts. I'm going to need 1 volunteer from the audience. Okay, so Jan and Jill are going to do the second Patient Advocacy Goes Broadway role play, right?
Yep.
And my understanding now is that Jan, you are a patient in clinic.
Right.
And Jill, you are the doctor in the clinic. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right.
Hi, Jan. Dr. Jill, what can I do for you? Okay. Well, I was put on that new heart medicine, I don't know, a couple months ago, 6-9 months, I can't remember. A little bit after my last clinic visit, I started having the arrhythmia again. Right, I see you did go from 25 to 50. So I'm going to just write you a prescription for 75, and I'm sure that'll...
Well, write it down and state your concerns.
Okay.
She's trying to bulldoze you.
Yeah. Okay, so the last time I was in, there was a different doctor here. You know how they rotate those fellows through?
But I'm just as good. I know as much as he does.
Could we maybe look back or something?
Your first prescriptions were extended release, which releases the medicines in your body over a period of time. The last one was not an extended release medication.
So by following those 3 steps to advocacy and action, she was able to come up with a very concrete issue that you discovered and were able to solve in a very short amount of time. So good job. Thank you.
I'm Frances Tilson, and I've been fortunate enough to have this program twice. The first time I came, because I'm interested in the subject matter. I've worked with dying patients in the past in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I wanted to see what I didn't know and what I could learn. Tiffany, with her medical background, is absolutely superb in giving this program. She gives us all sorts of clues that we would never think of, very practical things. For instance, one lady in the class asked, how can you tell a resident from a doctor? And she said, very simple, by the length of the coat, which brought the house down.
All right, so as you all know, the role play scenario here is we have Beth, who is mom. She's 76. She, no, I know, she's not really. It's a role play, okay? So Beth here wants to talk to her son, Dawn, about being the healthcare power of attorney. She has some health problems, but nothing that's very serious at this point. Dawn over here, surprisingly, has to get to band practice. And so he's not really interested in going very in-depth with this conversation.
I'm so glad you stopped by, Don. Thank you.
Okay.
You're on your way somewhere, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I got band practice. I got this new bass player trying to, I know we need to talk, but I'm kind of in a hurry, so can we kind of make it kind of quick?
So I went to see a lawyer, and I talked to them about, what did I need to do to get a plan in place? Because, I'm 76. I'm in decent health.
You're old. God.
I need to find out whether you can help me out.
I don't know. I guess I can drive you around a couple of places and stuff if you need to, but I'm I don't know, the band's about to take off and everything, and we're just like, I don't know, it's just taking a lot of my time right now.
Well, what I'm really needing is somebody who could speak for me if I can't tell them what I want. You know, if it got to the end of things and I needed someone to speak up and say what I needed.
If they got you all hooked up to all that stuff in the hospital, it's gonna take. You'll be all right. They know what they're doing. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm gonna be a rock star.
All right. So, question for you all: do you think Dawn is the best candidate that Mom can find for a healthcare power of attorney? So let's try this again, and we'll see what happens on the second go-round. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
All right, and action.
Hey, Don.
Hey, Mom, what's going on?
Oh, I've got some heavy things on my mind.
What's going on today?
Well, there's this particular role that I'm looking to fill. It's called the healthcare agent.
Okay.
And it's the person who would basically speak for me if I can't. If I got to the point where I could no longer tell the doctors what I wanted. And I'm wondering if you might feel up to doing that for me. It's a pretty big job.
Yeah, I'd much rather do it than have some complete stranger taking control over all that.
I want to be able to die naturally and not have them do a whole lot. More comfort measures is what I'd be looking for. And that doesn't sound like what you were thinking.
Well, I just assumed that you'd want to be kept alive as long as you could. But I mean, if this is something you feel that strong about, maybe we need to get together and put this all down on paper or something and be on the same page about it.
That's great. Great. Now, is Dawn someone you think might be a good candidate for Mom? Absolutely. That was wonderful. Thank you both. So let's go ahead and do our organ tissue donation pop quiz. If I decide to become a donor and then I get sick, doctors won't work as hard to save my life because they secretly want to take my organs. True or false? Lady in pink.
Hi, I hope that would be false.
Yeah, why do you think that's false?
Well, goodness, because every life is so important, you wouldn't put one ahead of the other.
Yeah, there's that whole Hippocratic oath thing, too. All right, Lexi, go ahead and give her a prize. The heart on your license, is it legal and binding? The heart on my license, it's legal or binding? True or false? Yes, okay, man over here in the gray sweater.
I'm going to say it's true.
Why do you think it's true?
Well, it's your driver's license. It's from the state, so I just assume that it is legally binding.
Well, you're absolutely right, but let me just say that that's a recent development here in North Carolina. We just passed the Harper-Bales law, which does make the heart on your license legal and binding. So that is actually a very new thing. So good job. All right. Here's a big question. How many lives do you think can be saved or enhanced by one donor? 8. 8. All right. It's actually, and give her a prize for that, but it's actually 60. 60 lives can be saved or enhanced by one donor. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. All right. It's www.donatelifenc.org. And you can actually go onto this website and register to be an organ and tissue donor. This is a brand new thing, and it's a wonderful thing that we have here as North Carolinians. I just want to say thank you so much. I had a great time with all of you today, and I hope that this is the beginning of a new journey for you, a journey of true patient empowerment. Thank you so much for listening. You guys